What's up, nerds? I'm Renegade Cactus, but you can call me whatever you want. Welcome back to Dark Crowd, as I'll call it from now on. We will move to Channel Reservoir. Is there something special about this? I'm pretty sure yes. Is there another boss fight? I don't know. Can't remember. It kind of looks like it, right?
Oh, wow.
That kind of looks like it.
I think the exit should be around here somewhere. What's that?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I remember now. Let's fight the big guy.
Shall I put a stop to this game of tag we've been playing?
The sound is kind of distorted. Well,
Here we go!
and since it's an emulation, every now and then it...
It's
Oh,
showtime!
that is bad. Like the FPS went back from 60 to 83, now we're back to 60. So for some reason, there was just a bit too much on screen, I think. We're now at 50, so wind up performer Halloween. We should be able to attack.
Now, be a good
Why?
boy
Yeah.
and hand over that red stone. Otherwise, you're gonna make Mr. Flotsam very, very angry. So angry, he might even kill you!
Okay, let's hope the battle doesn't have any frame
I told you once I'm not
any
handing
frame
this stone
problems.
over. Just give it up already.
Ooh,
That's strange.
I wouldn't cop that attitude with me.
I'm just gonna skip this a bit,
Regret it.
because I don't know why. Like, the rest of the game works completely fine. Maybe... Okay. Maybe this guy is just, like, too much. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna throw his bombs back at him. And now we're just gonna punch it. Okay, so basically the problem is... yeah, there is a frame rate problem with this, since, like I said, it is just emulation. So, oh wow. Yeah, forgot that I have the ability to block. Which I don't think makes me completely immune to attacks, but at least reduces the damage. Damn it. Also, I think... No. Damn it. I mean, it's just there's training in between. That's nice, because they do give me XP. So I think, if I remember correctly, I actually once used this. Oh damn it! Used this opportunity to actually train, because I'm pretty sure they are kinda endless. Like now, since I've defeated them, he will come down again. But as long as I don't defeat him, like I don't defeat the big puppet, he will later on spawn some more enemies. Oh, come on. Okay. Now we're going for the right pot, because that deals way more damage and we're done with the enemy. That's a pretty easy way out. But I mean, why take the long route if you can just destroy it?
It's okay. You can still move. Stand up. Hurry now.
Yeah, it's just, I'm very sorry for the frame rate problems. Like I said, it is an emulator and it doesn't really matter how strong my PC is, there will always be some problems here and there. More clowns. I just don't know why it's just suddenly like this.
What's that?
Like, maybe, just maybe, that there is a possibility that this whole cutscene is problematic for the emulator. Or it could just be because this is the second recording I do, switching on and off and stuff like that, that just the emulator is overused. Because I know for a fact that this emulator has problems when I pause it and then resume. That screwed up the whole lettering and stuff on everything. It has its problems because it's, once again, it's just emulation. It can have problems. But we'll see. If this whole episode has frame rate problems even outside of boss fights,
Could that be
then we'll just
the way out?
blame the emulator. And if it's just in those cutscenes and boss fights and stuff, then we'll blame it on the game itself, like on the emulation of the actual game. Proceed to the next floor, sure. By the way, we leveled something up. I'm pretty sure it was the wrench. We're just gonna save because we'll take every single opportunity to save. Because, again, it's an emulator, so it is not... there is always a possibility of something going wrong. And we don't want that. Is that part of the outside world? Oh no. I mean, then again, he was never outside. He never experienced anything except the same old town. Like, that is actually an interesting thought. Because think about it. If you live like somewhere in the US with any big towns, like let's say you're from New York, like the big part, like New York or whatever. And you've been there your whole life. That's alright, because New York is big, New York has pretty much everything you need. But the town in this game is like a fantasy town, so basically it's just small and cozy and nice looking, and spending your whole life there is just interesting to say the least. And I mean, let me say it again. Isn't this beautiful? Yes, there's a lot of problems with the edges and stuff, but isn't that just magical? And think about it. Like I said, think you're living in New York or any big place or any town for that matter. And then the first time when you're like, I don't know, he'll be probably something between 12 and 16, the way he looks. And after all this time, the first time you step outside, you see this huge, vast land. You see that your town is like
That was
the
first time I
smallest
had
fraction
seen
of the world. That's something you learn pretty soon as a kid, but like this guy learns it when he's a teenager.
the sky that reached so far away, so far above, the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. But I was yet to realize that great changes were happening in the world. Cedric, what are you doing here?
What you think? You surprised? The Blackstone Railroad's back and ready for action. We're gonna see the world on
Okay.
this baby.
Cutscenes are the problem.
We got quite an adventure ahead of us. Hop on so we can hit the road.
So for now, this is basically our headquarters, our base of operation. And I love it. I mean, just look at it. This is a beautiful train, and a big one at that. Like, it's actually like 3 or 4 wagons. And it's a beauty. I love it. And I always love the idea of like basically a train headquarter, because it is movable. It is capable of going somewhere.
Listen up, Max.
Though a train is limited to the tracks, but still, it's just awesome.
This is what I found out from Need. His story was pretty far-fetched. It was 15 years ago.
Something terrible happened in the world.
So basically, Max takes over of
What
explaining.
exactly happened?
I
You
like
don't
that.
need this letter to tell you that, do you, Mother? Listening to Cedric's story, at first I was surprised. But as I listened, I slowly started to understand exactly what it was that was happening around me. 15 years ago, the world was laid to waste, and all that remained was the town of Palm Brinks. Our enemy, the one who destroyed everything, was a mysterious ruler. His name? Emperor Griffin. We still don't know why he did this. Why he destroyed our world. The reason that he did not also destroy Palm Brinks was because of a stone he believed was hidden in our town. Yes, the stone I'm wearing right now. Griffin's henchmen, Flotsam, threatened the mayor and made him search for the stone. And that's why, when he found out that I had it, he wanted to catch me so badly. The world laid to waste, the elusive overlord Emperor Griffin, and the strange stone that everyone seemed to want. With this mysterious puzzle, my adventure began.
What the?
Frame rate issues. Oh no!
It came from outside! Max, that ladder there leads to the roof of the train. Go check it out.
Gotcha!
By the way, we kind of left Donnie behind. I mean, I know he didn't really want to come, but still, could we have taken Donnie with us? He was a nice guy, like the guy who helped us in the canalization. Maybe, just saying. So basically, the backstory of all of this. I'm very sorry. There was a sneeze coming. Very sorry. Bless me. So the basic story is pretty basic. There was a big guy, a bad guy, who destroyed the world, and who actually succeeded. Like, that's not something you hear every day. He actually succeeded, but of course he left a door open to his own demise, which I would assume, because we are playing this game, and we do have the stone, which he wanted, so he let our town live. And now we are going probably going to use this stone to destroy him later on, guessing. But the thing is, he destroyed the world. Yeah? Or most of the world, except for the one village.
Not him again.
Does that mean our mother is dead?
Stuck to my boot.
And what about the king's daughter, or the princess, or whatever that we saw in the beginning, and stuff like that? Like, there are people outside. But anyway.
If we don't do something fast, we're in serious trouble. Time to fight back, son.
Sounds like a good idea, but how?
Bombs.
Here, use this.
So I throw this?
Yep. You toss it, and I'll grab another one. Just keep tossing them.
I'm not so sure if this...
You have to do it. But that's a very sturdy train.
I'll do it!
Or a very weak machine gun. Something like that. Armed ATV, P3000. Haha, armed. And that was bad. Like, yeah, this is a Ah, damn it. A minigame boss, kinda. And I never really enjoyed it, although I think it is pretty funny. Hey, I completely hit him. I absolutely hit him straight on. And again, thank you. It seems like 2 or 3 hits is enough to destroy him. Yeah, a third one should do it. But then again, I mean, if you look at our HP... Oh, wow. It makes sense. Did the bomb just do damage to our train? I'm not quite sure. I can't say. Oh, come on. I'm about to lose this. But then again, we'll just wait until he jumped. And we destroyed him. Great. It's not that it's hard, it's just a bit tedious. But then again, either way, if you win or lose, it's not too long. Because if you don't win in a specific time, then you lose in this specific time. So basically, it's pretty alright. Suicide bomber, that's just ridiculous.
He's gonna blow himself up along with this whole train.
What? Lob another one of those bombs at me!
Come on now, do it!
Like, this guy is a pathetic villain, but at the same time he's so ruthless.
Hey, mister! Don't you ever give up? You're starting to look pretty pathetic.
What's this? Another little brat? Oh, I see.
So you want to die too?
Sure. Let's go, punk. It's time to burn.
Yeah, he's gonna blow up a little kid. Who's not a little kid? Oh!
What's this?
Ha ha! It's Princess Girl.
It's you. How did you?
And she's just anime slashing away. Without killing him. But then again, thrown from a train that is going full force ahead or full velocity ahead of whatever. Plus hit by a few fireballs,
Even though
that's...
it was the
yeah.
first time we'd met, I felt like I'd known her for a long time. Eventually, in the middle of the forest, the train couldn't go any further.
Quick time skip. So yeah, that's Monica. Now the interesting part starts, like one of the many interesting parts. Like now, quite a few game mechanics will be shown.
By a rock. Gonna take some.
That's
Okay.
fine with me.
Once again,
I've got
I'll
things to do here.
skip a bit
This
around a
place
bit.
is the spirit forest in Dane. But it's different than in my time.
What does she mean, time? Oh yeah.
Monica came from the future.
Wait, I'm confused now.
She came to this time to do something very important. That's what she told me. Normally, you wouldn't believe time travel was possible. It's crazy, but this was only the beginning of our unbelievable adventure. The real surprises were still ahead of us.
If we could restore the Great Elder's origin point, he could tell us who Griffin really is.
The origin point?
Yes, an origin point is where something begins.
Oh.
Like a flower. You first have to plant the seed in the soil before it will bloom. In that case, the action of planting the seed is the origin point of the flower. In that way, the flower is the history that springs from the origin point. In the same way, all things that happen in the future have their origin point in the past. But if that origin point is changed, the results can be terrible. And that's what Griffin has done. Griffin has sent his henchmen to this time, altering the origin points of my time. And now he is rewriting history as he sees fit.
Not gonna lie, that's a pretty interesting evil guy, because not only did he succeed in destroying everything, by doing so, he's rewriting the future that is basically already happening or happened. For Monica, like, yeah, time skipping paradox zones and stuff like that, it's just strange, but he actually succeeded in what he did.
In my time, this forest was where the elder of the spirits, Jurak, lived. He was very wise and powerful. His great power purified the forest and gave vitality to all the living things in it. But Griffin erased Jurak from existence. And not only Jurak, all those with the power to challenge Griffin are being erased from existence too.
So, if I see this, like, if I understand this correctly, he couldn't win in her time, so he went back to destroy everyone who could hinder him winning in her time. That's amazing.
I don't
Love
think
it.
he'll stop until he's wiped out the entire world. So, someone has to stop him. Even now, my comrades are fighting Griffin in the future. And Max, I need...
Huh? Me?
Yes, you have to.
Okay. I'll do it.
All right! I knew you would. Guess we're a team now, right?
And now we got another playable character.
And with that, Monica joined my adventure. An adventure to take back the true past. The true history that had been stolen by Emperor Griffin.
I just like this premise.
Chapter 2. Resurrection of the Great Elder.
Like, all in all, it's nothing too out of the ordinary. Like, if you've seen some fantasy stuff, played some fantasy games, it's kinda like plot points here and there that you already know, but still, it's just an interesting plot, in my opinion.
Let's start with Sindane.
All right.
Sindane?
Max, you go
So-
on without me. I'll just stay here and work on getting Blackstone running again. If you need my help, just holler.
Hey, Max, we're gonna have to work hard to shift this boulder. Bring back anything good you find in the forest. Make sure you let us know if you need a hand. Okay, take care of yourself, Max.
And you do, little girly pie.
So yeah,
You bet!
thing is, we now have armband repair powder, because the main weapon, like her sword and my wrench, use the same weapon repair powder, but my pistol and her armband use different powders,
Okay, let's go.
which isn't really that big of a deal. Like, yay! Can use the train, which I don't need right now. Okay, this is going to be of interest later on. Can I already take someone with me? Yes, great. Okay, so that's amazing. By the way, Is this a girl or a boy? I mean, the name Eric, it sounds like a boy, but it sounds whatever. Makes bombs. We'll sell you gunpowder. Gunpowder of needed for some what's the word I'm looking for? Inventions. Or we could just spectrumize it, but it's not as effective. I think it gives us flame. But I think this guy is more useful. Borneo. View abilities boost item acquisition when you defeat a monster and ore sales. So first of all, we can buy ore if we need it. But the first thing was more interesting because we can add someone to the party. Doesn't mean we can use them. This is basically a support character. Boost item acquisition, which means we just gain more items. That's it. We have a better chance to get items. We can also recruit Cedric. I don't know if it's possible yet. Yes! That's great because he gives you bonus points with weapon parts upgrades. Which means he... Wait. Yeah, oh yeah. We're gonna add him to the party. Because if... Wait. It gives you bonus points with weapon parts upgrades. So, we can always use him to repair stuff when we are on in the field, when we are in the dungeon. But also we gain more experience. I think that's what it means. Gives you bonus points. And here you see his skill points are 64 out of 64. And down there you see how much a repair costs. So you can refuel the right pod once. Afterwards we need to come back to the train so that he refills. Kinda. Or we can go repair arms or repair weapons. So he is incredibly useful. I mean, boosted item. I right now. I think I'll still go with Borneo for now to get more items, because we need more of the scale crystals. We need pretty much. We just need. We want items. We just want items. So I'm gonna take him with me. He doesn't have any active abilities. But that doesn't really matter. He just... That's why he has 0 skill points, because he doesn't have a skill. And the other one makes bombs, which means we can... in the dungeon we can like make a few bombs that we can actually use and toss at enemies. But we don't really care for that right now. We're almost at half an hour. Damn! So I'm just gonna do the first dungeon, I think. Oh no, okay. We're not gonna do any dungeons today.
It's a house all by itself. That's kind of weird. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said,
Someone's there.
quite a few gameplay, what's the word I'm looking for? Mechanics are getting explained. Like, we got a new character. We got support characters. We got more people on the train, and as it said before, we can get more people on the train, which you'll see later on. And now these guys, they are very important because that is one of the biggest parts of the game, and I love it and hate it at the same time. And why again so slow?
What do you two want?
Hey.
Oh, that's slow.
Burbit tribe of Sindane.
Once again, I'm just gonna skip ahead a bit because you can read,
So cute. All curly.
but it's just way too slow. Hopefully next episode will be better. I don't know.
There's something I want to ask you, okay?
This is how you ask a favor?
Oh, sorry.
She's a bit of an airhead. She's nice, but a bit of an airhead.
Have you heard of a being here named Jurak?
I mean, I completely understand this guy. I wouldn't want to help her
So mad.
either.
Yeah.
And Max is just stupid sometimes. Okay, yeah. Wait, can I switch right here? No, okay. He's just doing this because I'm pressing L3 to see if I can switch to Monica. But right now it doesn't seem to be the case. So you'll notice there is just a big and open field. Can we go in? I can't remember if we have to do anything special. No, it seems...
Nobody's home!
I hear the Furbits are crazy about grape juice. And we brought all this grape juice too. Now what are we gonna do? If he won't let us in, I guess we'll just have to throw it away.
That's mean. Unless she really has grape juice, that is mean.
Come in!
Hey, it worked!
But I mean, yes, it worked, but still. She is kind of mean. But don't worry, she's actually a nice character. Like, I like both of them.
Well, look at that! 3 of them!
Oh, and one thing.
What?
Since... And that may sound... That may sound strange. I have to think about the way to word this. No, that's just... I'm going to say it straight out. I hope you understand that it's not meant in a mean way, in a mean-spirited way, but since this is a JRPG, kinda, you can get different outfits. And it doesn't matter how old Monica is. Yes, there are some sexier outfits. Like, I'm not saying anything like naked or something like that, of course. Thank God, no. But there is some kind of, I think, was it tiger outfit or like tiger, yeah, some skin revealing cat outfit, because that's just it's cliched and stupid, but it is in this game. It is optional, so I'm not gonna go for it because I think it has, like, you need to do way more stuff later on. I just wanted to warn you. There is some costume change in this game, but I don't think there's anything necessary and nothing too revealing. Like, there is, thankfully, this is still kind of children's game, so yes, there's a little bit, but nothing much. It's just something that I just remembered seeing her, and I was like, yeah, that exists. Anyway, let's... Sorry. I just want to warn you. Let's continue.
Oh, you want the grape juice, huh? Well, it'll cost ya.
She is... kind of mean.
Let's see. I've heard you Furbits have a mysterious magical power to make things like houses and plants.
What are you getting at?
I want you to use that power to help us.
Help you?
You probably know there's something strange going on. The whole world has become like one big deserted island. Everything's disappeared. At this rate, there won't be anything left in the future. I want you to use your building power to rebuild a town in this time.
No way! It's too much work. Besides, we got no time for that, so just run along now, will ya?
What do you mean you don't have time for that?
Even if
What do
I
you mean
told
you don't have time to build
change
a
thing.
city, a town, whatever?
Hold on, Rococo. Okay, you two, I think I understand. Come on over here and have a seat.
I could be wrong, but do they have a slight Scottish accent?
Name's Conda. This here's Rococo. And this is Tobo. Pleased to meet you. So, who might you two be?
Or is it just kind of similar? Like, I'm not sure. I'm not too well versed in those accents, but
I'm Monica.
I'm Max. Nice to meet you.
kind of sounds Scottish, maybe a bit Irish to me,
You
but
know
just a
there's
little bit.
something wrong with the world, right?
Don't know.
A great darkness is trying to distort the flow of time.
I was beginning to wonder about what was happening to our forest.
Who's beginning to wonder?
Of course, I'd like to help out, but to be honest, we're in a bit of a fix ourselves. Even if we wanted to, we can't help you till we solve our own problems.
What's wrong? Tell us about it.
It's a long story, but it must have been about a year ago or so. One day, a beautiful woman got lost and wandered in here. We don't like humans too much, so we approached her carefully. Humans are crafty, cunning creatures. That's how we've always thought of you. But this woman was different, she was. Her soul was more beautiful than words can describe. Said her name was Holly. I had a feeling that wasn't her real name, but that didn't matter a bit. During the few days and weeks she was with us, she wove a sort of spell over us all. She had us in the palm of her hand. Then, one day out of the blue, something happened. Holly left to search for food and just disappeared into the forest, never to return. A few days went by and still no Holly. We were so sad. It was like our hearts had been broken into a million little pieces. There was no way we could go on without her. In those few short weeks, she had become an essential part of our lives. She was part of us all.
Okay, pretty sure it's Irish, not Scottish. Could be wrong though.
So we formed a search party to search for Holly. A party of 4 set out for Rainbow Butterfly Wood, where she disappeared that day. But those 4 haven't come back yet either. I was sure I picked the most able-bodied of our tribe, but they turned out to be a bunch of goofs. So basically, at this point in time, I'm afraid we can't help you 2 out. You want us to use our special powers to help you, but the thing is, all 7 of us have to be here in order for it to work. Besides, we're really not in a helping mood. I'm pretty sure you understand.
Holly and the 7 dwarfs, yeah, the usual.
Quite a story.
I have a proposition to make.
I bet I can guess. You want us to go into the woods and find your 4 friends, right?
You mean you'll help us? Could you also keep an eye out for Holly? Each day without her brings us nothing but gloom.
I understand. 4 or 5, what's the difference?
True.
So what does this Holly look like anyway? Any special features?
Special features, let me see. Must have been something.
It's a woman in the woods, in theory. Just saying. Like,
her hair. It was long, I think. No, wait. Maybe it was short. I think. Wait, that's it. The potato pies used to make were the greatest.
That's right, they were mighty tasty.
Yeah, incredible.
Forget it.
Potato pie?
ah, a blonde woman. Mostly blonde, like, yeah.
That reminded me of the potato pies you made for me when I was a kid.
Could it
They
be?
were so warm, eating them would always cheer me up. The most delicious potato pies in the whole world.
Like, I mean, who?
Could it be the Holly that the Furbits talked about was actually you, Mother? Just thinking that made my heart beat faster.
Like, who didn't see this coming? Like, seriously. There are not a whole lot of people in this game so far. And then there's a mysterious woman outside the outside world. And a mother that is gone somewhere in the outside world. It's just, I mean, come on.
This
I don't
was
know if
the
it's
other
her.
reason that I wanted to see the world, so that I could find you again, Mother.
Like I said before, I've never played through this game. Like, I've played quite a bit, but I've never played through it, so I have no idea if she was it. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Maybe she's Emperor Griffin. I have no idea.
Even though the world had been laid waste, I had a feeling that you were out there. Somewhere.
I mean, he's writing her letters. Even, yeah, of course, he can't just, like, write a diary addressed to his mother, kinda, in hopes to someday see her. But still, he's writing his mother.
It's just beyond here. Lately, there seem to be some nasty monsters living in these parts. Watch yourselves now.
Will do.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I mentioned it before. I don't think I have.
Legend has it that in these
Later.
woods lives a mysterious rainbow-colored butterfly. And anyone who lays eyes upon that butterfly never leaves the woods again. You know, I wonder if Holly and the search party we sent out went and accidentally found themselves that rainbow butterfly. Just be careful not to run into that rainbow butterfly.
What do you mean, be careful? What
If that happens,
if that happens?
just pretend you didn't see it.
Nope, nope.
Well, whatever. Okay, we're off.
Oh, take this with you, boy.
What's this?
It's the Ferbert's favorite thing in the world, grape juice. If you have this with you, those guys just might smell you and come running.
Yay.
Okay, I got you. Thanks, Conda.
Good. I'll be here waiting for you. I wish you good luck.
Okay. So with this, we're gonna go save and end the episode. Thing is, like, the beginning parts of this game had cutscenes as well. But none of them stuttered quite as much as in this episode. So, like I said, it is possible that because this is the second recording that I'm doing, and because there's some stuff running in the background on my PC, that it is just right now. Maybe next episode will be better, or the next cutscenes in this game will be better. I have no idea. Maybe they'll stay like that. Again, no idea. We'll see. I'm just gonna save again. And one thing, like I said before, I know I wanted to talk about it, but since we didn't have Monica in the party, I didn't talk about it. So we do have Monica, who has way more HP than Max has. And she has her own sword, and she has her magic brassard. Okay. Thing is, one time when I played this game, I completely focused on Max. I only used him. I leveled up his weapons. He was incredibly strong. I was tearing through this game. Never really once played Monica. Problem was, since I've never played her, I never actually made her weapons better. And then later on, there are levels that restrict you to play one of the two. You can only play Max in this one, you can only play Monica in that one. So I had no chance of defeating any enemies. Like, maybe the weakest one, yes, with 5, 6, 7 hits. And then there were some bigger monsters. And I could hit them, jump back, shoot at them, stuff like that. It was like, and I actually killed one of them, and half of my weapon health was gone, and then, yeah. And I think I once actually met a monster that I couldn't damage because I just, like I said, didn't upgrade her. So that's one thing that I'll have to keep switching those two. But then again, I mean, they play pretty much the same. It's just their effects that look different. Anyway, we'll see that when it's due time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Wow, that's a long episode again. And I don't think we... Wait, was the boss fight in this episode? I think it was. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm the Renegade Cactus, and I gotta run. Bye-bye!